everyone, Leslie Ray here with Delightful Tutorials by Digital Delights by Libby Lou. Today I'm going to do an upcycled project. I love upcycling, and I'm going to be upcycling one of my favorite things to upcycle, which is a toilet paper tube. This is the inside, the core of your toilet paper. For this project you'll need toilet paper tubes, Ghoulishly Scary paper pack, printed out on paper, not cardstock, a Spookily Owl Set, and of course, you know, markers, or you can buy him pre-colored, whatever is your passion, and some adhesive, and whatever you're going to put in your tube. So let's get started. Start with your plain old toilet paper tube, and I also went ahead and pre-colored and cut out my digis. I'm using the cute little witchy poo on the Spookily Owl Set. Love this little owl witchy. She's so precious. And then I printed several papers on just regular paper and made it 8.5 by 11, and see, it even has a rim around it. So I didn't even put it on full bleed where it goes to the edges. I want to cut this at about 4 1/4 inches because a standard tube is about 4 1/4 inches. Some are a little more, some are a little less. 4 1/4 will make you happy. And then I also cut some pieces at 1.5 inches and at 2 inches so that I could layer them. These I went ahead and put on some Xyron paper to make this easier. It's like a sticker machine, and I have a 250 Xyron that I use quite a bit for projects like this to make it so much simpler for me. And I just center him in the middle here, and glue it down. Okay. And then take this and center in the paper that's actually going to go on my tube. And again, these increments are about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then 4 1/4 inches. If you want to be real specific, you could get out your tape measure or whatever and measure it. I am just going to eyeball it here. And I am using my polka dots to kind of line that edge up. So I'm having a crazy glue day. And I want to trim this edge here. This is going to be the edge that makes the seam in my project. Now, to glue this on to my tube, I use a firm sticking glue like this Fabri-Tac. This is going to be perfect for this. You could also use sheets of Miracle Tape if you wanted to go that route. But you want a good sticking glue so that when you put this on here, it's not going to fall off. And then you're going to glue and roll, glue and roll. And I like to make sure I get my edges, because that's going to be the part of this that gets worked the most. So I'm going to glue and roll. And then I want to make sure at the end my lines line up properly and that I get a good bead of glue on this edge so that it holds down good. I like for this seam to become where I'm going to put my label, or in this case my digital stamp, so that it will cover up any of my faux pas. Okay? Alright, I'm going to set this one aside and finish it up with this one that I started earlier. I like to let the glue dry for just a little bit. So I've already covered this one. I covered it with green paper and the same kind of stripe combination going on. And I decided that this is where I want to put my owl. I'm going to put my owl on last, but I need to know where I'm going to put her. Okay? And so then what I'm going to do is, this is my bottom. I've kind of decided where the center is. And this becomes like a little pill box at this point. I'm going to kind of push this in so that it makes a happy face. Okay. And kind of work it gently. And then I'm going to push this side in as well to finish my happy face. And this is the bottom. I'm going to glue with, again, with Fabri-Tac. I like Fabri-Tac for this because it does hold pretty fast and it holds strongly so that my paper craft will hold good. Even though it's for fabric and called Fabri-Tac, it does excellent for paper projects. And I've taken just a long glue stick to help push right here to hold that together. And this is going to be the bottom. And so for it to be glued together is great. So when you get that holding like you want it, then you'll put in your treats or whatever. If you want to, you could put in some tissue paper to go with your treats. Like if you were putting in something smaller and you didn't want it to do a whole lot of moving around. So I'm going to put tissue paper in here. We're going to pretend like we put our treats in there. And then I'm going to do the same technique over here. Again, fold it like a pillbox. And if you wanted to, if you didn't want to glue it or use a glue dot to hold it, you could use a piece of ribbon around here and tie the bow at the top so that it would open up for people later on. I think I am going to just glue mine shut for the time being. And right now, actually, it's just kind of holding. But I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to glue it shut. And if you're doing something like that, you may not want to do the glue with food treats. Unless you put them like in a zippy bag or something. But glue the top. And then let's glue on our little owl. And I want her with her wings kind of hanging off the edge like that. So I'm going to just glue on her body. And I'm going to make sure I glue her feet down. I want her feet not to just be kicking around, but I want them definitely glued down. Okay, maybe I don't want her feet glued down. Her feet are going to dangle. I forgot they're going to dangle. Sorry. Don't glue the feet. I'm going to wipe the glue off the back of my feet. Glue the legs down, not the feet. So isn't she cute? And wasn't that super simple and fast to make? Once you get them all cut out and colored, they go together so easy. And they make great little treat gifts for all your kid friends. So, let's see. This one's ready to go now. And again, I want this to be where my line is. So I'm going to kind of pinch and pinch here. And pinch down here. And then fold in. Fold in. This is going to be glued. I'm doing this quick so you can see the process again real quick. Fold in. Fold in. And these little pill boxes, you can make them and just tie bows on them and hang them on your Christmas tree. So there's your little pill box. And this is where our little spookily owl will go. Super cute, super easy. Thank you for watching Tutorials by Digital Lights by Luby Lou. My name is Leslie Ray, and come again next week where Christine will show us a really cute project, and I can't wait to see it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.